Good evening, everyone. Let's see if I can get a few people on the feed so I can present myself. Let me see if I can present myself with a little bit more people on the feed. I just posted on my page, and seeing people can come over here into Sandra's page, and we can talk for a minute and we can talk for a second. So I know that you guys have, hello Joe Spinoza, watching from Laredo, Texas. Nice to meet you, Joe. Okay, let me just present myself. My name is Oscar Blue. I work for Border Network News and America's Voice. I'm friend with Anthony Agüero. That is my partner, my co-partner at Border Network News. He's a candidate for District 16 of El Paso. And also I know Sandra. This is Sandra's page. She gave me she gave me the liberty to go live on her page and explain to you guys what is going on right now and what is my opinion as a Mexican citizen that I live directly in Mexico about what is happening with this immigration situation, the influx of migrants that is coming into our country of Mexico, and it is affecting directly the United States of America, and also what is going on with the cartel situation and the organized crime that is affecting the security of the borders, and why the United States needs a wall, and why the United States needs protection from everything that is happening in Mexico. I've been wanting for a little while to talk over here at Sandra's page. And first of all, I want to tell you guys that I'm an independent reporter, independent broadcaster over here in Tijuana. I support the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. And I also support the wall, as it, for me, is a protection. Not only, the liberals and the Democrats say that it's a separation between humanity, but it's not that. What it is a protection of families, and it's a line that tells you that there's laws and there's immigration laws that need to be respected. And also a protection of your own home. That is what my perspective of thinking is. So, why I come to this live feed? Sandra is a really intelligent woman that I support because of her values and of her family values and all the things that she wants to do for her district. As I'm talking to her, not on a daily basis, but, every once in a while that we talk, every time is the perfect situation to talk about border security and what is happening in our country of Mexico that affects directly the United States of America, and how this influx of migrants that are coming from, Central America and all parts of the world, how it's affecting our country of Mexico and how it affects and reflects and ricochets to the United States. But I want to tell you a question. I want to ask you guys a question. How does the Democrat agenda affect Mexico? And does the Democrat agenda affect Mexico? All these socialist Congress people that you got in the United States. Veronica Escobar, Alexandria Ocasio, Rashida Tlaib, and also Ilhan Omar. All these socialist people that they're advocating for open borders, that they're advocating for no laws, that they're advocating for socialism, that they push socialism into a limit, that they don't care about laws and they don't care about humanity. They don't care about migrants migrating through country, through country, through country. And all of these puppets that I just mentioned you, all of these congresswomen that I just mentioned you, are puppets of the United Nations. Those are puppets of the United Nations. All of these people, all of these 4 Congress people that I just mentioned you, are puppets of the United Nations. They don't care, and the United Nations doesn't care about the migrants migrating through continent and continent and continent, migrating to city, migrating in the cold and through different changes of weather, putting them at risk with trafficking of children, trafficking of drugs, human smugglers, and all these trafficking that it happens along the way. And why am I saying this? Because you see a lot of influx of migrants right now hurting our south door in Mexico. And the Mexican government is just right now waking up to be capable to stop them and to not hurt our sovereignty. and to stop hurting the sovereignty of the United States. We don't know who's coming in. And all these people don't know that there's priorities and there's laws in our country as they need to be respected as also as the United States. As we have, 60 million in poverty in our country, 28 million in critical condition and 68 million without medical care. Mexico has 4 cities on the top 5 for violence and delinquents and 5 on the top 10 and 15 on the top 50, making Mexico the second country most dangerous in the world. We're number 3 on child trafficking, number 2 on killings and homicides of women, and number 1 on number 2 on farming amapola, and number 1 on activity of cartel and organized crime. How in the hell do you think that you can make Mexico a third world secure country where migrants can come? Where did this demonic people think? This is a strategy, and it's orchestrated to deflect and to destabilize the economy not only of Mexico, but destabilize the economy of the United States. This is really important because Mexicans, we're not a priority for our socialist president that is Andrés Manuel López Obrador. He doesn't care for our country. There are more than 34,000 murders in this first year of AMLO, making him the most dangerous president in the history of Mexico. Amazing. And nobody put attention to that. But everybody that loves AMLO and they love the president of Mexico saying, oh, it's because of the past governments. Why do you say anything about the past governments? Let's take actions right now to their own hands and right now to this moment. Our president is critical right now, the situation, how it's affecting the country of Mexico and it's affecting the United States. And talk about the borders. My God, the border of Laredo, Texas, the border of Nuevo Laredo. Aren't you guys tired of hearing gunshots every day? Where did these Democrats get the idea that there's no crisis at the border? Where did they get the idea that you have more than 32,000 kids that they have been trafficked in caravans since 2015 till now? More than 600 kids have been reused in the state of Arizona, and I mean reused as they try to cross illegally through a loophole to get, with an adult to get the asylum. Then they got returned back, and then they returned back again and got caught. 600 kids reused to get the political asylum, and we don't have a crisis. All these Democrats saying we don't have a crisis. And when you get all these congresswomen like Veronica Escobar, Ilhan Omar, Alexandra Ocasio, and all these people like Rashida Tlaib, that she was in my city over here in Tijuana, and I confronted her and asked her what is going on, because she was saying, oh, the separation of families, the separation of families, and she started crying. But she doesn't get to know, and she doesn't understand that the separation of families comes with the child trafficking, with adults carrying children that they are not their children, with fake families that they are made to cheat on the loophole and to cheat on the immigration laws of the United States of America. This is separation of families. Of course they're going to separate them because the child is being pushed and trafficked to another country to be used to get the asylum, cheating on America. That is really important for all these Congress people. They don't talk about the United Nations Pact of Immigration, all these 154 countries that they are involved to destabilize every country, to bring socialism and to also bring chaos of trafficking of people enormously through all Central America and South America. And all of them, they want to go where? To the United States. I'm talking to you guys that they're on this page for Sandra Lee Whitten, a woman that stands for protection of her country, a woman that it will defend her country against child trafficking and human smuggling. This needs to stop. It doesn't matter the race. It doesn't matter who it is. This needs to stop. There is a crisis in Mexico. There is a crisis in the United States. There is a crisis at the border. And I will tell you this statistic that all these congresswomen, they don't talk about, and they don't say nothing about it. The United States and Mexico are the number 4 in the world with country-to-country border most dangerous in the planet. First is Afghanistan. Second is Iraq. Third is North Korea. Fourth, it's Mexico with the United States. And fifth is Syria. How in the hell you are not going to understand that you don't have a crisis at the border? Where do these people think that it doesn't affect the border? And how do these Democrats, they don't understand they're pushing their open border agenda affects directly every city of Mexico because they are inviting, they're instigating, they're motivating all of these migrants to cross illegally through the desert, through the mountain, through a river. That brings child trafficking, that brings child smuggling, that brings human smuggling, that brings trafficking of organs, trafficking of weapons, trafficking of drugs. Everything that you can mention, it is being pushed by the Democrat Party by saying it is okay to migrate without showing documents. It is okay to migrate with fake families and fake marriages. As I documented over here in Tijuana, leftist liberals and leftist organizations are here in my country, operating, violating our Constitution, and making fake marriages and fake families to cheat on the loophole of the United States and cross all these people illegally, because that is a crime. It's aiding and abetting a crime. And we have all these leftist socialist activists in our country of Mexico. So all these Democrats that they're pushing for open borders, they're just saying, oh no, we are pushing for security of our borders. No, you're not. Educate all these people and tell them how to migrate, how to ask the asylum correctly, and let's stop people. Let's stop funding the United Nations. Stop funding the United Nations. The United Nations needs to be stopped. It is the demonic force that is pushing all this immigration agenda. The United Nations needs to be stopped. George Soros needs to be stopped. It's pushing all these immigrants. They don't care about their security. They don't care about their lives. They don't care about the children that they're being trafficked. They don't care about the women that they're being abused and kidnapped. They don't care about anything. They just care about destabilizing laws and breaking immigration laws in every country. In every country. They don't care about laws. They don't care about immigration. They just want to break every law on every country. And that needs to stop. That is what you guys, me, a Mexican citizen, I support Sandra Lee Whitten. I support her because she will help me in my country to stop child trafficking. Yes, a wall is needed. And yes, it's needed because it's a protection of the sovereign nation for every country. As child trafficking needs to stop in the United States, as child trafficking needs to end in Mexico. And we need to start doing things right. Everybody needs to start doing things right. These caravans need to end as they are heading directly to your country. To your country, they are heading directly. Do you saw the videos coming in yesterday, a couple days ago, to our country? Do you think that that is correct? Throwing rocks and sticks and stones to our National Guard officers as they are trying to do their duty to stop all this. This is all their fault of the corrupt governments of Mexico and the United Nations for making all these global pacts of immigration. And all these global pacts that they're coming on the 14th of May. Remember this, people. There's a global pact of education, and they're going to try to put it on the table on the United States. And it's pushed by the Vatican and the Pope. Need to wake up and understand that there's a crisis at the border. There is a crisis, and there needs to be border security. And we need to protect our borders and protect our sovereign nations and respect laws and stop child trafficking. This needs to get out. We need to understand that more than 112,000 people crossed illegally in 2018 through Tijuana, Baja California. More than 122,000 crossed illegally through Arizona. More than 109,000 crossed illegally through Juarez. More than 107,000 crossed illegally through New Mexico. And more than 101,000 crossed illegally to Coahuila. Let me think. So all of these people and all of these situations, the left on my country and the left on your country says that there's no crisis. More than 32,000 kids that they have been trafficked in the caravan since 2015. That is no crisis. More than 600 kids that they were reused on Arizona to get the political asylum. That's no crisis. Fake marriages and fake lawyers that they are over here operating from your country of the United States. Leftist liberals operating over here, aiding and abetting and cheating on a loophole, on an immigration loophole to get the political asylum is no crisis. Being with socialist agenda and with socialist liberals and all these Democrats that they are related to Soros, it is no crisis, people. This is not only about a district in your country. This is about saving sovereign nations. This is about saving your country and me on my country saving mine. Because this, people, if we don't stop it and if we don't put the right people on your country to ride and to defend the flag of your country, that is the United States of America, the United States is not going to exist anymore. That's why God bless your president, that he's fighting against socialism, that is fighting against communism, that is fighting against all this leftist Democrat socialists and exposing them and getting them out. And everybody's watching them now. God bless your president that he's putting protection on your country and protecting you. Meanwhile, us Mexicans, we don't have that. And I envy you because I wish that I have somebody that it can protect our people. And it can be protecting our people and we can be a priority. That our corrupt politicians, they don't know that word. That is not in the dictionary. To all these Democrats, socialists, liberals, I will tell you, I live over here. I pay taxes over here. I have lived here all my life. And there is a crisis at the border. And we need to put the right people on the other side of the fence that is in the United States, the right Congress people. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or if it is a man. What matters is they stop child trafficking and we stop human trafficking and human smuggling and drug trafficking. There is a crisis and we need the right people to stop and defend your country. God bless you all, people. I wanted to jump in here real quick and give you guys a message. I will jump here every once in a while to explain what is going on in the caravans and to explain what is happening in our countries. As our countries, I love my country of Mexico. I love it. But we need to stop crossing illegally to our country. Even Mexicans, we need to stop doing that. It's the time to end immigration reform. It's the time to do things right. And it is the time, people. It is the time to stop socialism and to put the right Congress people in your country. Sandra Lee Whitney is the right person for your country. Is the right person for the District 28. As for Anthony Agüero, is the right person for District 16 of El Paso. All these people are right. They're grassroots. They want to defend your country. They have it in their blood. They want it. They want it. They don't care about the economic situation that they're going to get. They don't care about that. They want to defend their country and put a stop to this. God bless you all, people. God bless you all. We'll jump in here later on during the week to give you guys an update of what is going on in the caravans. And also, if you guys want to know, as a perspective as a Mexican citizen, what do I think about the wall and what do Mexicans think about the wall? A lot of Mexicans love Trump. A lot of Mexicans love Trump. A lot of them. And a lot of them, they're brainwashed. Like the liberals, they come. Do you imagine these caravans that they were coming in yesterday? They were American activists and American liberals from your country of the United States of America fighting against our National Guard. Foreigners helping foreigners in a foreign country. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Instigating and motivating for socialism, for breaking the laws, and to break the law in your country. Americans. Amazing. This is what you guys need to put the right people in your country. The right people on your country. God bless you all. And as we say over here, and follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, also that he's running for District 16 of El Paso. Like the page of Sandra Lee Witten. Follow her. God bless you, Sandra. I know you're going to do a great job, and I know that you're going to win. Get your heart in it. Push it to the limit that you really want to do it. Go get it. Don't care about what everybody says. Don't care who's standing in the way. Don't care about the barriers and all the problems. Don't care about anything. You are going to win. You're a strong woman. Defeat this open border mafia and defeat all this open border agenda, and you will get it. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we say, peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.